Hello, I haven't done a 5-minute first take Friday in ages. I'm out for a walk with my 3 dogs at one of the spots I used to do my talks on. So I said I'll do a quick one on food guarding. There's been a couple of dogs in the classes and in the one-to-ones recently who are resource guarding. So I said I'd do a quick little talk on how it develops and some tips on how to deal with it. So resource guarding means your puppy or your dog will guard things. This can be food, this can be articles, this can be toys. Worst case scenario, it can generalise to maybe guarding their beds, guarding their food bowls even if they're empty, and even guarding sections of the house that they might associate rewards coming to. So maybe they get fed in the utility, so potentially near feeding time, despite there being no food down, they may guard that area as well. That's your worst case scenario. So it's always useful to try and nip it in the bud with a young puppy and deal with it correctly. Food guarding issues usually start in the litter. So with a breeder that isn't maybe as educated as they should, once the pups are 3 or 4 weeks of age and they're ready to start taking food, the breeder will count the puppies and say, right, there's 5 puppies there. Hang on now, just get my own dogs back here a second. There's somebody coming. In here, in. Cat Tilly. Good dog, stay. Tilly, in. So, Meggie, come. Just getting my own dogs off the path. There's somebody coming. Stay, good dogs. Stay, good dogs. Hiya, how's it going? No problem. So they'll count the litter and say, right, there's 5 puppies, so I'll put out 5 food bowls. Other breeders might go worse again and think 5 puppies, sure, I'll put out 2 big bowls of food and sure they can share. So thinking of version number 2, loads of food but only 2 food bowls. So you might have 3 puppies who are putting their head into a food bowl, eyeballing the puppy beside them, guzzling up the food, seeing the other puppy eating the food, getting worried there won't be enough. They start gulping faster and faster. The other puppy, who might be a little bit more dominant, tries to steal their food, and then they get defensive and start protecting their little corner of the food bowl. So that's where it starts. That puppy then goes into a home as an only puppy, doesn't realise that, the owner isn't going to take the food off him, and just reverts back to the behaviour that it's been practising maybe for 3 or 4 weeks in the litter. So that's a long time at that critical stage for the puppy to be thinking that food is a resource that needs to be protected and it might be taken off them. The ideal scenario would be the breeder who counts their puppies, 5 puppies there. How many food bowls did I put out? 10 food bowls. So the same amount of food, but 10 food bowls. So if a dog does, let's turn around, there's somebody coming in that direction, so I don't have to interrupt again. Come on. If a dog does challenge another dog for the food, maybe they guzzle theirs up fast and they're greedy and try and get it off the other puppy, they can simply turn around and there's 2 empty bowls. Sorry, not empty, there's 2 full bowls with no puppies at them. So they learn that food is something to be relaxed about. There's always enough of it, nobody's going to take it away, it's no big deal, there's no need to get anxious. So when that puppy goes into a home, it learns to be relaxed and calm around food. So the signs of food guarding can be subtle. The worst case scenario will be a pup that will immediately start snapping. That's the worst case scenario, but the puppy will have given you lots of obvious signs before that. So typically they will, put their body and their neck over the item that they're guarding. They might stiffen their body posture. They might look at you out of the corner of the eye. They might give a low growl or a stare. They might use evasive actions. Most of these food guarders will. They look to bring that toy or that bit of food or whatever back to their bed. What you need to do, the worst thing you can do, is try and teach the dog to have respect and to have manners by taking that item off them. It might be your instinct to do that, to punish the dog for growling and to take the item off him. All you're doing there is reinforcing that the dog had something to worry about. The aim is to make the dog more relaxed and content around items like that you're not a threat. So a quick and easy way to start with that issue, with a dog that isn't lunging and being too aggressive, is every time you pass the food bowl, pop something even tastier in. So if the dog is on normal food kibble, pop a bit of chicken, a bit of ham in and just retreat. approach again, pop something in, a treat, retreat. Don't try and handle the dog or threaten the dog. The aim is to teach the dog that you approaching the food bowl or the toy is a good thing and never a bad thing. And teach your dog a reliable leave it command rather than trying to take things off him or her. So I'm gone a little bit over, so I'm going to stop. If you have noticed your young pup is growling or protecting food, toys, locations, anything like that, do get help. It is something that needs to be addressed, and there's plenty of trainers out there who will be happy to help. Okay, take care, bye.